So, dear friends, today I'm going to speak about mathematical linguistics, and I plan to be brief. Firstly, I'll tell you about the consequences of appearance of mathematical linguistics. Secondly, I will inform you about some differences between a linguistical sign and a mathematical sign. Thirdly, I'll give you the definition of mathematical linguistics. And finally, you will hear about some methods which are widely used in this very field. So, during the scientific and technical revolution, mathematization occupies all the spheres of human activity, including also sciences completely pertaining to the humanities, like linguistics. The penetration of mathematical methods in linguistics is caused by two aspects. Firstly, the development of linguistic theory and practice requires more accurate and objective methods for the language and speech analysis. And secondly, the interaction between linguistics and mathematics can be implemented only with the help of specific mathematical language, which has quite a high degree of generality and universality for the different branches of human knowledge. Speaking about the interaction between linguistics and mathematics, it is important to bear in mind that both the mathematical language and the natural one appear to be science systems of information transmission. The main difference between these two languages lies in the different construction of a mathematical sign and a linguistical one. Firstly, a linguistical one, a word combination or a sentence consists of four components: a name or a material information medium, a designated denotatum or the reflection of an object from the outside world, a designatum or a notion of an object, and finally a connotatum or a set of specific associations with particular objects. And a mathematical sign consists only of a name and a designatum or a mathematical notion. Secondly, a linguistical sign appears to be polysemantic, while a mathematical one, as a rule, has only one conceptual meaning. And thirdly, unlike a mathematical sign, a linguistical one is metaphorical. And to sum up, I want to give you some interesting example. Let's compare the meaning of the number 7 and the word 7. The number 7 has only one conceptual meaning. It is a set of 7 elements. And the word 7 may have different meanings. It may be a group of 7, the number 7, the 7 wonders of the world, etc. To conclude, I can say that any mathematical sign can be presented by a set of several elements. And on the other hand, it is comparatively difficult to define these distinct measures between different linguistical signs, like between the words a night and an evening. But still, let's come back to mathematical linguistics. So, mathematical linguistics is a mathematical discipline that studies the development of formal laws that describe the structure of natural and sometimes artificial languages. Mathematical linguistics appeared in the 50s as a consequence to the predominant at the time idea that linguistics requires a refinement of its basic concepts. Also, the term mathematical linguistics is used to refer to any linguistic research where mathematical methods are used. What is commonly used to refer to as mathematical linguistics comprises two areas of research: the study of the statistical structure of language and the construction of mathematical models of the phonological and grammatical structures of different texts. These two areas of research, which can be termed as statistical and algebraic linguistics, are completely distinct. So, firstly, attempts have been undertaken to derive different grammatical rules from the statistical structure of language. But these attempts not only appeared unsuccessful, but also doomed to failure. And the fact that any language has its own statistical structure is well known, for example, for cryptographers. Statistical methods are widely used in stylistics. And within linguistics, these methods can be used, for example, to compare different languages. And now let's cast a glance at some positive consequences of using statistical methods in linguistics, and mainly at their ability to make different linguistic conclusions more accurate and precise. So, firstly, instead of using such words as few, many, often, seldom, statistics operates with accurate numeric data, which has quite a high degree of accuracy. And Secondly, mathematical methods help us to define when the difference between the compared frequencies is relevant and when it is caused by the regular variations of the compared frequencies in different axes. And finally, with the help of statistical methods, it is possible to define the volume of the material, sufficient for the reliable conclusion. Now I want to tell you several words about algebraic linguistics. Algebraic linguistics derives from the work of Noam Chomsky in the field of generative grammar. In his early work, he described three models of grammar: finite state grammar, phrase structure grammar, and transformational grammar. Soon other models of grammar have been developed. But speaking about linguistic models, I cannot but mention the definition of a model. So firstly, the term model was used to refer to any pattern that reflects some phenomena of reality. And sometime later, it was used to refer to some system created by means of particular calculation. So according to the type of reasoning, models are subdivided into deductive and inductive. In a deductive model, a statement moves from a general concept to one certain conclusion, and one of its main features is redundancy. That means that a deductive model can produce some linguistic units which are theoretically possible but do not exist in the language system. And another type of reasoning is induction. In this process, some arguments are used to support certain conclusion, but they do not ensure the truth. And finally, I want to give you some information about the graph theory. So the graph theory is the study of graphs. And graph can be described as a set of specific nodes and edges that connect the pairs of the nodes. In linguistics, graph theory is used for the sentence tree diagramming, and words in a sentence can be presented by nodes, and edges connect the pairs of words in any sentence. It covers all I wanted to tell you about mathematical linguistics. Let me just run over the key points again. So today I told you about some consequences of using statistical methods in linguistics. I told you about some differences between a mathematical sign and a linguistical sign. I gave you the definition of mathematical linguistics, and also I spoke about methods which are widely used in this very field. So, thank you for attention.